Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Let me turn you around here. Hey there. So it is February 11th. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And you know what that means, right? I got the hell out of town. There is no way you could make me stay in Las Vegas today. Even if I were just at home, there's just no way. It's a day off. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be a high of about 56 degrees today. Sunny as usual. And it's a great time to get out of Las Vegas. So I have not been to Valley of Fire for a little bit. So I decided to take a little road trip in my new car and head out there. So I had just stopped off at the Chevron station. That is the turn off of the highway to get into Valley of Fire. Stopped off, grabbed some bottles of water, some extra snacks, made sure my gas tank was full. And yeah, I'm ready to head out to Valley of Fire. I thought I'd take you with me. So I'm wearing a few layered pieces. I love this shirt, this Sonoma shirt, and a little bit of a sweater under here with this little jacket. I'm wearing shorts with my little Merrell. I love these Merrell. This is a great position. My Merrell hiking boots. Very excited. So I'm feeling cute, feeling hydrated, feeling caffeinated, and prepared. So let's go out to Valley of Fire, shall we? All right, I'm almost there. I wish I could show you really what it's like to drive. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. There's the sign, Valley of Fire State Park. Can you see out in the distance there? There's no one behind me. Let's see. I really I can't express how beautiful that horizon is right now. Let me see as I turn, if you can see. Oh, it is gorgeous. When I can stop, I'll show you. But up here ahead is where I think we pay. I think it's $10. I do have a ton of cash. All right, guys, we're here. That looks, oh, how beautiful is that? The snow-capped mountains behind the red rocks there. How beautiful is this? Look, look, look on the left-hand side. I'm sorry to yell. Look, can you see them? They're bighorn sheep. I'll drive very slowly so I don't scare them. Wait. Look. Right there. How beautiful are those animals? Look at you, cutie pie. Oh, they're all over. Wait, there's more. There's more. Another one over there. Where are you, honey? Look at that. How beautiful. How fantastic is that? So these, oh, one just had a broken horn because they clash, you know. So the bighorn sheep, clearly they're native to the area here. And let me pull off because this is so beautiful. We have had rain pretty much every day for I'd say almost a week and a half, if not longer. So there's lots and lots for them to eat right now. I'm kind of hoping the population doesn't kind of explode because we're also in the middle of a drought. So let's see if I want to show you what this looks like. It's so beautiful. Hold on. Listen, hold on, wait, listen to this. Nothing. Not a single car. You know why? They're all watching the big game. And isn't that beautiful? And wait. Right over there. Let's see if I can get a view. But you can see the snow-capped mountains right beyond. See those? The red rocks. Just gorgeous. All I can hear is the wind and my constant talking. We're coming up on what are called the beehives, and I'll show you why they're called beehives in just a moment, but this is one of the first stops. I'm not sure if I already mentioned this, but if you're a Nevada resident, it only costs $10 to come in here. I'm not sure what it costs if you're not a Nevada resident. The park ranger up in back there, she believed me when I said I live here. My zip code is, and she was like, "Oh, you're all set." Let me park a little better. Hold on. So just park the car, and you'll see right in front of me what looks almost like a sphinx or something. That is one of the formations that they call a beehive, and I'll show you a little bit better example of that in a moment. Again, I probably told you this 15 times, but I told her I live in Las Vegas. My zip code. She's like, "Oh, you're all set, $10." So I'm not quite sure how much it costs to actually get in here if you're not a resident. My license has to be renewed on by my birthday, and so I'm gonna get a Nevada license. Currently, I have a Florida license still because it was still good. But here is a really great example as to why they call these formations the beehives, because it looks like a giant beehive. Now look at I think this is fantastic, but look at, let me see if I can keep filming while I walk and don't kill myself. You'll see the striations here. See the regularity of these? And then there's that slice right through here. It's like a sash. And then once again, it builds up right here. This was all sand. This was all sand with high iron content, and along like an inland ocean. Those, like that slash there, that whole series, that's like probably millions of years of just changes in wave patterns where sand was deposited and stayed there. So it's kind of, and then things clearly changed back to where they were before. Just really fantastic example of time in a rock. Isn't that neat? Or maybe I'm just crazy, but I just think that's absolutely beautiful. There's a bunch of people over there. There's a fair number of cars. I guess I'm not the only one who's not terribly interested in the big game, but what a beautiful day. Just gorgeous. Isn't that neat? So, you know, I used to go to Red Rock all the time. I love Red Rock. It's just beautiful. But Red Rock, because it's like 15 minutes outside of town, is very popular because there's like all of this. But Valley of Fire for $10 and a little bit of a drive, I mean, it's just like 1,000 times Red Rock. All right, let's keep driving. Well, maybe I'll walk around for a minute, look at some rocks and see stuff. I'll show you some pictures of something interesting if I find it. Blah, blah, blah. I keep talking. I'm going to kill myself by tripping over something. And there's my car glowing in the sunlight. I love my baby. There's supposed to be a couple things down this way. Adel Rock and Arch Rock or something like that. Behind me, the other direction, are the petrified logs. There are a bunch of logs that, from what I understand, did not grow here in a forest or anything, but that were potentially washed here from another location at some point when there was, you know, this was underwater as an inland ocean. Isn't this gorgeous? And this is maybe a 40-minute drive outside of Las Vegas. Oh my God, oh I forgot, this is where the petroglyphs are, the Petra something or other. I'll show you. Let's get in here. This is potable water for camping. Oh, parking is down that way. This is for people who are camping here. Oh, I love my car. It's handling this topography or whatever beautifully, even though it's not four-wheel drive. Oh, something, I'm not sure if you can see it from where I am, but do you see that kind of hump in the distance there, that horizon? There's like it's not quite a mountain, but a large hill with a very gradual slope. I just think that's wild, because that gradual slope, all of that material used to be up on the top of that hump. That was like a small mountain. And then through millions of years, all these slopes that you see, that's all just stuff that was weathered and kind of fell and dropped. And I just think that the forms that stone can take. Oh, there's a little bit of a dust devil just ahead of me. I'm not sure if you can see that. And it's a little brisk today. It's 46 degrees here, and I'm wearing shorts, which I feel very comfortable, but my hands get very, very cold. There's someone chose to rent an RV. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Let's go see those petroglyphs or whatever, the petrographs or whatever they're called. Before I step outside, it's a little chilly. I shouldn't complain. I'm wearing shorts. Lots of layers, but I'm wearing shorts. It's like when a passenger comes on board the airplane wearing like hot shorts and a tank top and they say, "Is there a blanket?" No, you should have worn clothes. So I probably should have worn pants, but it's fine. I can survive. So when you get in the park, they give you a little pamphlet, and there's a map, which already shows that I've passed by something I want to see later on called Balancing Rock. But there's a little bit of history in here as well. So I'm going to share some stuff. If you don't want to hear it, you can fast forward. So history. For thousands of years, these lands have been used by Native Americans for many purposes. They're petroglyphs. That's what they're called. Carving on desert varnish and sandstone, which are right over there, I'll show you, are found throughout the park. Ancestral Puebloans, Native Americans, lived nearby from 500 AD to 1100 AD. They relocated after a harsh drought, and the Nuivi or Southern Paiute, I don't know, I'm so sorry, I'm probably offending somebody. They enter the area and are still part of the community. This geologic wonderland became known as the Valley of Fire in the 20s after gaining popularity among travelers. The park formally opened in 1934. Isn't that great? Imagine driving it here in 1934. I mean, it was a very different drive than I had. And received legal designation in 1935. During the first year of operation, 9,000 people visited. It's Nevada's largest state park. Climate: summer often exceeds 100 degrees and can reach 120 degrees. Winters are mild, with temperatures ranging from freezing to 75 degrees. I wish that were that case today, right now, because it's a little chilly. Average annual rainfall is below 7 inches. We've probably got a lot of that the past week, coming from light snow, winter showers, and summer thunderstorms. Hiking, not recommended in summer. High heat can be fatal. People die here. Geography: the park derives its name from the way its red sandstone formations, once sand dunes during the age of the dinosaurs over 150 million years ago, seem to glow as if they're on fire in the hour just before sunset. So I'm hoping to be here around that time. So I'm hoping to see it at that lightly. Limestone from the days when this land was once covered by sea and petrified wood from a forest past can also be found. Water and wind erosion continue to shape the landscape. Wildlife: there's antelope, ground squirrel, and we saw some bighorn antelope over there. Cryptobiotic soil. I know you're probably bored. I'm so sorry. In some areas, living microorganisms like cyanobacteria, fungi, and algae take hold in the sand, creating a dark crust on the surface that provides nutrients to surrounding plants and resists erosion. Be careful to avoid stepping on this layer. That's actually the layer that some of the Native Americans from many generations and hundreds of years ago would carve into that. And it's just a slow growing element out here that you can still see those forms now, which we might see shortly. And there's all sorts of rules and regulations and areas where you might get cell phone service. You certainly don't have it where I am right now. All right, let's get outside. Sorry to start. People have climbed all the way up there. Crazy. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Atlatl? I'm not quite sure. You can probably read this on your own. You don't need me to continue reading to you. But it says these petroglyphs were made by ancient tribes. Respect their antiquity. Okay. And it looks like there's nobody else up there. How exciting. Let's go. Let's go. Do I hear people behind me? No, it's just me and you. Isn't this beautiful? Okay. Wherever I go, there's stairs. It's my higher powers thing. Stephen, you need to exercise more. So beautiful. Look at the color of that little bit of lichen. It's like fluorescent green. All right, look. Beautiful. Do not mark on rocks. Okay. You can read that, right? Pause. Report vandalism. Look at that. Look at those. These are over 4,000 years old. Twice as old as the story of Jesus. 4,000 years old. Look at that part right there. See that little, to me it looks like a figure right in the middle of the screen. It looks like a figure with a spear held over his head in like celebration, or just he just maybe killed one of the sheep or something. But look at that. I'm sorry. No, you're good. You're good. Just look. I mean, it's 4,000 years old. Insane. And look at this foot. How cool is that? Just silly. And like, I just saw that same animal just on the road. How cool is that? 4,000 years old. Look at those. Right there.
They do have spaces here for I can get between. Not too much fence.
Just imagine. 4,000 years old. Oh, I can get my hand in there. I'm gonna drop my phone. There you go. Wow. Oh, man, I wish you could be here. I wish y'all could be here. Alright, so I just visited one of the most terrifying public toilets. I bring you to the most fantastic places. I just visited the most terrifying public toilet I have ever seen in my life. There's a steel toilet behind this wall right here where it should be behind concrete because it's a wild animal. It's just a hole going down. And if you're old enough to remember the TV show called Fraggle Rock, it was like little Jim Henson puppets, Fraggle Rock. Well, there was the heap in the garden, which was a sentient compost heap. Do you remember? It looks like the heap is in the toilet. It literally is a stalagmite of poop and tissue. It is truly terrifying. I'm not sure why I'm telling you about it, but it's hard to imagine. But if you remember Fraggle Rock, the heap, you get the visual. Oh my God, terrifying. But it's like the visual antithesis of this. So funny. All right, so I just met a really fantastic couple from Idaho. They took some pictures for me. And there's just a couple other groups of tourists. I suspect these guys with the RV here are from France. But yeah, let's continue on. All right, on an arch rock. What's the first thing you see here? A big sign that says, "Do not climb on rock." Yeah, people were just climbing up there, jerks. But it says, the natural arch, unable to withstand the blasting of strong winds and the slow dissolving away by rains of the cementing materials holding its sand grains together, the rock weakened, allowing an arch to form. Eventually, it will grow too large for its support, and nature's forces will complete their work of destruction. Well, it'll be people that destroy it before nature does. But I just love the different textures and the colors of the stone there with those little pock marks. And then if you look over, you'll see the arch. And there you go. And I'll tell you, the colors that you're seeing right now, 100% real. This is exactly what it looks like. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And I'm just old enough to be irritated by the sign saying, don't climb on rocks. And of course, there's people climbing on the rocks. But It's still a beautiful day. I'm gonna let that go and chill out. Looking up, I'm not sure if you can see all four of them in the same frame, but there are 4 different contrails of different aircraft in the air. And it's funny, because if you fly to Las Vegas, if you look down at a particular spot in time, you can actually see this from the air. It's not quite as dramatic as it is down here, but it's kind of cool to see. The roads here are kind of fun. They undulate like little waves, almost echoing what may have been here back when this was an inland sea. It's kind of, the roads are almost serpentine in their ups and downs and their swivels left and right. I think we're going to the left. Yeah, straight ahead would be the petrified logs. I've seen those before, not the most riveting. So I'm gonna continue on to the visitor center. Look at my little car all by herself. One of my favorite rock formations is right there. It's one of the smallest. I'll show you in a moment, but this just caught my eye. This looks like what I imagine dinosaur eggs used to look like millions of years ago. These shells here, but they actually belong to a sort of a gourd that grows out here. But isn't that wild? That one especially looks like a recently hatched dinosaur egg. Yeah, these are what's left of those vines. There's probably a bit of it growing over there. But one of my favorite rock formations is, look, there's a little footprint of those bighorn sheep. I feel like a tracker. But my favorite little rock formation is right up here. And it's one of my favorites because it's shaped like a cat. Yes, I have a problem with, like, an obsession with cats. But tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong when you see this. There it is. Do you see the cat? There he is. See, that's his head right there. It's turned to the right. And then his torso and his haunches, his big part of his bum, and there's a tail wrapped around. That's a cat. Yeah, I have a problem.
Zozo.
Zozo?
Zio.
Hi, Zozo. Zozo is 10 years old. What a beautiful
He's a
puppy.
Washington State dog. We moved to Vegas in 2016.
All right.
My wife works at UNLV, which is why we're here.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I love your dog. What a good puppy.
She loves the attention.
Oh, who doesn't? All right. Well, thank you for letting me say hi. You've been here with me before, but I'm in the visitor center, and this display right here, a very long one, talks about how this originally was all inland sea. Those ridges back there may have been mountains or something. It kind of came up out of the water there, but the water retreated about 250 million years ago, apparently. And I think this part over here talks about there is a fault, a compression fault, which is right, yeah, over there somewhere. Pretty cool. Inside the visitor center, we have a rather dusty diorama of the area and what it may have been like back when the Native Americans were still very active in this area. But this all looks like it was built in the 70s. Let's see what's over here. What's going on? That's what they thought the seafloor used to look like down here. You've seen this before. There's a bighorn sheep. I just saw a bunch of those. And that is clearly a boy. Oh, poor thing. Do you hear it? Silence. It's so nice. It doesn't last long around me, though, because I keep talking. So nice. This is how I feel about museums. They should be revered. You should walk with mindfulness, not making stamp, stamp, stamp noises. Same thing here, although I do see some recent evidence of a motorbike of some kind, so I'm hoping the silence is preserved. I'm regretting the fact that I did not take another layer of clothes, and most certainly regretting not wearing pants. I have shorts on, but the daytime high is in the mid-50s, which is lovely, perfect for what I'm wearing right now, but it's going to drop probably about 10 degrees in the next couple hours. So, yeah, the sun is kind of setting behind some of these rocks on my right-hand side, so it's already starting to cool off a bit. So I'm going to get some walking done and then probably spend a good part of the rest of my day in the car as it cools off. But for now, it's perfectly fine. And look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful this is. And those formations are so cool. I know it's probably boring the pants off of you, but I just love it here. I've been standing just looking at this piece of rock for probably 3 or 4 minutes, just standing in fascination of just like the power of the elements. Think of how rarely it rains in the desert, and think about like just the wind passing through this little canyon. With that scant amount of rain, that little bit of movement of the air still sculpted these stones, including this little pillar, which I am obsessed with right now. Look at this little pillar. I know we're looking at minutia, but think of how long it took for the elements to create that little pillar. Isn't that wild? I just think it's wild. Just think that's wild. Imagine being trapped in my head. Yeah, it's exhausting. Here's a case in point with the water. So clearly, as it rains, water collects up there and comes down, and over the millennia has carved this little trail full of pockets and things. It comes down. You can see where it's dark. It just rained recently. And then it comes down and creates this little sort of rivulet. Can you almost imagine the water bubbling down through the course of this little area here? Gosh, it's like the movement of mountains just slowly. Neat. Visiting places like this feels like visiting a museum to me. That's exactly how it feels. Like, oh, look at that. It's just, man, I love it here. I think I've gone as far as I want. The quality of light is changing so that I can see that I probably don't have more than a couple hours of daylight left. So I'm going to make my way back. I can see how it would be easy to be lost here. There's all sorts of little paths like this, and these rocks eventually all start to look the same. I almost missed these. I would have missed them. I would have missed seeing these if it weren't for other people nearby mentioning it. Look at those rocks right there. See? More of those petroglyphs. Look, you can see another figure. He's holding a spear up right in the middle of the frame there. Looks like a guy holding up a spear. And is that maybe on his left, like a rack to dry meat on or something? Look at those. Really neat. They're going up to get a better look. Met a very nice Canadian family there. Came up to get a better look at the petroglyphs here. Really neat. Really wild. Yeah, super nice people. Apparently, look, man, look at that sky. Look at that sky. It's really that color. It's really that color. They are from Canada, but they live here in Las Vegas, and just there's a Canadian accent. I was like, oh, where are you? You're not from Ontario, are they? And they're like, yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, I've spent a lot of time in Ontario with my ex-husband. He always pops up in conversation. Don't stack rocks. Don't. It's vandalism. Don't tell. Don't tell. Look, this rock wall has nipples. These are just, I think they're nodules of some harder material within the sandstone, but that just looks just so much like a nipple. I'm off at a stop called Rainbow Vista. It is gorgeous. What you can't really see from here, and I hope I can get a little glimpse, the snow-capped mountains back there. See this? Just, it's an astoundingly beautiful place. I'm walking along this area called the Rainbow Vista. Apparently the minerals in the rocks over the millennia have been oxidized and are changed color in different lighting situations, but I don't see a lot of distinct color right now, but boy, it's still beautiful. Thank God the trails are marked with these cones. And I think this shrub is called creosote, if I'm not mistaken, but you can see it's been raining, so it's all as lush as you're ever going to see it here in the desert. I love seeing contrails. Let's see if I can capture the plane. There it is. I'm tempted to say that this is going to be the Valley of Fire overlook. It feels like it's going to be something when I reach this little opening here. That's good, because I've been walking for about half hour, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Little cave there. Well, it's looking pretty cool. Wow. All right, wait. This looks like it's going to be amazing. Hold on. All right, here we go. Wow. Wow. This is what I'm walking over, by the way. Oh, hold on one sec. Wow. Valley of Fire, Fire Canyon Overlook Trail End. And what an ending. Look at that. Craziness. So beautiful. Try not to huff and puff in the camera. So beautiful. All right, I'm going to take a moment to look and enjoy this, and then back there. All right, let's go. Oh, look at the color of this foliage. It is like silver gray green, and it's very fuzzy, and I don't think it's poisonous to my touch. That's beautiful. All right. Bye, Fire Canyon. Gotta go. Anybody here Italian or Portuguese and know about the Madonna in the bathtub? For some reason, I'm getting that vibe from that little rock in that little alcove. Crazy. You do meet the nicest people while you're out here. This little family. Oh, there they are right there. I think they're a Mexican family. Came up and they're, trying to take pictures of each other out here. And I asked, do you want me to take a picture of all of you at one time? And it was just fun. We had a couple laughs. That's how you make friends on cruise ships. Hey, can I take a picture for you? Yeah. But you meet the nicest people out here. I actually met both our neighbors, Canadians and Mexicans. It's been a nice day. All right, I'm heading up towards the Flame Wave. I think that's actually the formation up on my right-hand side, I think. I don't think I'm going to take much of a walk because it's getting chilly and it's about 3:40. So I think I'm going to start heading back in a few minutes, but I want you to drive out this way. Yeah, this rock formation on my right, when seen from the side, is quite dramatic. Well, so is the view. Yeah, I definitely have to stop up here. Wow. Wow. Wait till you see this, guys. Hold on.
I'm a warrior, and I'm trying desperately to not leave my body. I'm trying so hard to not let the pain of my labor...
Oh. Wow. Hey guys, hi. So I am hanging out here in a parking lot looking out at some tourists looking at some rocks here. But I'm just hanging out in the car charging my phone because my battery is kaput. Having some snacks, having some water, and I'm listening to the radio. I'm listening to NPR, of course, and It's the moth hour, and it's always a very dramatic story. And the woman who was just talking for a little while was talking about, you know, trying to get pregnant and blah, blah, blah. But it really went back to her trauma of having been raped in Paris. But she had gone out while she was studying abroad, and she went out and met these guys, and one of them ended up raping her. There's no other word for it. And how that really changed her life and transformed her life to where she couldn't be touched by people or feeling unsafe, which you'd all understand. You'd all understand, you know, if you've been assaulted like that, feeling like the world is not a safe place anymore. And but one of the things she said, which really struck me deeply, was that after, you know, recovering physically and mentally, spiritually, at one point she thought it was really the only thing that made her interesting is that she had survived this trauma. And I just sat here listening to this, like, my jaw hanging open. I know I always have these conversations with you, like really deep, heavy, like awful, heavy, rock hard stuff after I've been talking about, oh, look how pretty the rocks are. And then, like, on a dime, I turn around and tell you these horror stories. Like my last video, I think I was talking about my mother. But you know, if you know my story, it was, I think it was August 11th, I think it was, 2007, that I was stabbed in the chest, right here, actually, with an 8-inch chef's knife. Like, the blade was 8 inches. Yeah, it went through my lung, through my ribs, through my diaphragm. I cut my diaphragm down the middle. I cut my spleen. When she said, boy, she was afraid that the only thing that made her interesting was that she had survived such a thing. And, man, it just struck a nerve right here. Oh, or maybe right over here. In that I think for a long time, I thought that my traumas in life were the only thing that made me remotely interesting. You know, having survived abuse and abandonment from my mother, and watching my brother die, and then being knifed, almost dying in a knifing, you know, surviving alcoholism. I used to think that those were the only things that made me interesting. So I really, this sitting here listening to the Moth Radio Hour here at NPR has me thinking some heavy thoughts. I don't think that anymore. I am a lot more than my past trauma. In fact, I'm thinking about doing a video sometime soon, inspired by a recent comment. Someone left a comment in my comment section, something about stop celebrating the fact that I'm in debt. My car, my house, you know, because apparently I'm supposed to have paid all this off in cash or something, and that they retired early in life. I should stop celebrating my debt, and that I'm not a nice person. That comment, very unusual for my comment section, but it did hit me right here on the solar plexus, just for a moment, just for a half a moment. I went, wow. Maybe am I not a nice person? Am I as self-centered as I think I am sometimes? Well, this whole video channel is about me, so maybe I am. But I'm thinking, no, and then I'm like, wait, no. I'm a fucking amazing. I am amazing in terms, and you are too, by the way, if no one's told you. I have survived a whole bunch of things, and I've come out usually a very optimistic, person who really tries to make the world around me a better place, you know. So I've been thinking of doing a video probably titled like I'm effing amazing. How about that? Do you think that should be a video I should make? I don't know. I'm not even sure if I'm going to include this this clip into my video, but if I do, yeah, let me know. Should I make a video? I'm effing amazing, and so are you. All right, so I think I'm done with the topic. I think my phone is charged enough that I can get out there and take a little walk for a moment or two. As you can see, the sun is setting behind me. So, blah, 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 right? You guys are saints for watching. I'll see you in a minute. He was cute.
네.
네, 그렇게 해서 또 중간에
Oh,
넣고.
you the record? Like record this one.
Oh, do I have it on video?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, honey.
Wait a second.
Thank you. Oh, let's see. Well, count the Japanese amongst the people I've met today. 3 just lovely Japanese ladies that just took a photo for me because I took a picture of the 3 of them. Yeah, really nice, really nice. So here I am. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. Look at that, huh? Just gorgeous. I'm going to head back to the car. Charge my phone a little bit more, and just have a few moments here thinking about stuff. And I might head home shortly because the sun looks like it's going to set in the next half hour or so. I'll see you later. One last stop. I'm on the White Domes trailhead. I don't think I'm going to walk the entire 1.25 miles, but I'll take a little walk before the sun gets too low. Watch me get stuck out here in the pitch black. Looks like I'm on the way to a beach or something. Look at this rock. Look at the structure of that rock. Is that not the most fascinating thing you've ever seen? That's amazing. It's like lace or something. That is gorgeous. So weird. Wow. Gorgeous. Well, the quality of light is definitely changing. The rocks aren't red here so much as kissed with blush along the edges. That looks interesting down there. There's some sort of structure made of stone down there with a plaque I can see from here, but that trail looks like I have to be a mountain goat. I'm not sure if I'm built for this right now. Let's see if I can climb up this little incline here. Oh my goodness. And walk over the edge there. I really don't think I want to clamber down that ravine full of broken stones. But do you see the color of the rock here? It's like blush with this crystalline matrix going through it. Such interesting stone. Let's walk over here. Oh, a little treacherous. But look at the texture of these rocks. So cool. Yeah, I don't think I want to walk down that trailhead. Not now. But how pretty. That's too much right now. Maybe at the beginning of the day, but not at the end. All right, there we go. Oh, maybe I'll walk over there. This feels very risky. This is an incline leaning right over the edge. Over there, let me go up here a little more flat area. Last thing I want to do is die out here, falling off a rock. Yeah, there's people way down there. I'm so graceful. That's about as far as I'm going. There you go. Very pretty. Oh my God. I can hardly breathe. Now I've got to... Yeah, this is pretty treacherous. So what am I doing over here? I've got to get back that way. Oh, the sun is setting. It's about 10 minutes of 5. And the light is just gorgeous. Way back there in the distance, you'll see some snow-capped mountains. So pretty. And those colors are just spectacular. Isn't that gorgeous? More red rocks over there. Oh, wow. That's something else. And the sun has just set beyond that ridge. Right over there, the sun just set behind that ridge. And I'm about to head home. Hi, baby. I just love this stinking car. How pretty is this? I just stopped to use the little boy's room, and then I looked over and look at that. I mean, the world is lavender. So pretty. It was lavender on the other side of the mountain, but over here it's all blue. Look at that. Whew, much better. I did not hydrate appropriately while in the desert today, but I did wear a hat for most of the time, so there was that. So I just had dinner at Panda Express. I'm trying to cut down on my carbs, so I had the super greens, which is broccoli and cabbage, I think, with my string beans and chicken. That's what I have for dinner. I would have eaten at home because my kitchen is finally manageable to eat in there, but I was so hungry, and if I had gotten in the house without eating, Buddy would be all over me. Where were you? So I decided to eat out. Let's see. I've been watching a little bit of YouTube on the way home. A gal without a plan, of course. She had to sit in her... She had to get a storage unit because she had so many packages sent to her. I am very, very grateful for that. But there's just so many things you can be sent when you live in such a small place. But she'll manage. I'm sure she'll manage. She's actually giving surplus stuff to people who are homeless or in situations that she's just gotten out of. She's just so great. I love her. What else? I think that's it. Oh, the Super Bowl. Apparently it's an overtime because they both have 19 points. I'm sure people are going crazy at the game right now, but I'm glad to miss all of it. So by the time I get home, hopefully that game will be over. I don't really have any vested interest into who wins. I guess the 49ers because they're from San Francisco, but I think that's it for this very, very long video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. All right, fly safe. Bye.